let's establish some honesty about how we don't know who's out there right now. Okay? We've created a sort of divination device that has opened us all up to a state of like a Ouija board. And we are like, who's out there? I'm using the internet. Who's out there? Who's out there? There's this wiry extension course, coursing energy. And you're conjuring, right? You are. Whether you want to see it that way or not. This all physics based, okay? And the prop gate still will be religion and science and the common ground in between, and how you are establishing the horizon effect of the mind as it unleashes itself into the magnetism state of our awareness, our reality, and what is in the sense of what is unknown, as we are that experience constantly. But exerting ourselves again through language, action, and being, and these different states that are aligning to elevate our quest of what is reality and life experience, as we are all experiencing a ratio of our own networking system, okay, of meaning and manifestation and course analysis, okay? So in reference to contact, the hardest part about this is that I don't know who's out there, okay? I didn't know who was out there, like the child who doesn't know, and then every predator comes to the door and says, oh, hi bitch, how are you, you know? And you're like, what do you mean nobody cool is out here, you know? So let's even look at our military right now, okay? Not all of them are bad, like they would say with cops, you know? Like they would say with parents, you know? Like they would say with children, you know? All of them are bad, you know? And the quest of morality is a float ship for the pole access, you know. We are all seeking pole, meaning relationships, based on the schism effect and the spectrum effect, and the energy of how we sponsor or in, out, all around, what is up, what is down, balance, okay? Poles, all right? So, what's happening here, all right, is, we are all experiencing our own experience, okay? So your experience can never be my experience. Yet what is out there and that has found me are people then that want to video me, want to make fun of me and all that stuff. Like, again, we're going back to those people that can't supply themselves as their own source and then make it a joke and a backgate how it's about you and your whatever, when you're like, I could just sit here and play all by myself. Could you just leave me the fuck alone type of shit? But they want to spy on you. They want to stare at you. They want to, you know, exploit you, make whatever it is for them off you, especially if you piss them off, even sort of thing, to say whatever you're doing obviously ain't working good enough for you because you ain't doing it good enough because they're up other people's asses wondering what they're doing to find out more information for you because you're inadequate. So that bombs the pig shit, you know. The pig hole comes out then, you know. So then you're like, is this good ham or bad ham type of shit, you know what I mean? Are we inactivating some sort of Marines and Navy and Air Force, even sort of triage, you know, sort of triangle, sort of system relationship even? I don't know much about the Army. So what I will say then to that too is you are only empowered by what you know, what you're aware of, what you have been made to understand based on your experience. You cannot get any more than that overall. However, that is the trick of the dime in which the others, if you will, want to suck off people and play these little games with people and their lives and such and whatnot, break it down into projects, break it down into the man or woman that beats their husband, wife, whatever, kids, blah, 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 the nurse, blah, 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 you know. Polls still. All right. Relationships on what feeds us to gain what we want and how we value things based on the emptiness that is inside, and we float it back to recovery. We float it all the way back into like, can you heal, or are you a destroyer? What kind of artist are you? You know what I mean? It's sick, okay? This is highly sick sort of information that is subliminally resting all around you. All right? This is the dawn of man. This is almost like the watchers watching the watchers, Because some of us are very much like, we don't act like that. You know what I mean? Like, sure, we ain't perfect. We like, fuck up, whatever. But we don't game for need to feed off of others and hurt them in order to sustain a relationship of comfort or meaning. Because we get ourselves too worked up in those, I'm a workaholic, or I'm going to pick at myself, You've been traumatized even, or you're bored even. So you start cycling obsessions. You start embracing compulsions. Your serial killer even affects, you know what I mean? These conjured representations of what gives you comfort and sense of security and meaning, because your inner value to do so is emptiness. So that makes you angry. And then a big pig hole, loophole, shithole sort of political system even. I want to kill you fuckers. You know what I mean? And it's just not even like politically like people. It's just all of you, but your schisms rise, So, because really we're working outside of time, and a lot of sequesters that fund this sort of, open prop gate situation that keeps going from high to all the way down to low into the masses and sort of things, because these are tunnel networkings of insufficiency that never get fixed. All right? That never get redesigned in a way that would support a better, earnest value system. Because somewhere, all there is for so many is I'm empty, I'm empty, I'm empty. Because again, you don't want to do the work. You don't want to turn to God. You don't want to believe in a different, higher, The idea is to pretend in order to produce. Okay? So you can go ahead and streamline that to entertainment and everywhere else. Okay? And again, I have so much to say that I don't say, and that, is so much going on that it's hard for me to just be a person and talk and get it out correctly in a way where it always makes a full sentence sense of some sort of directional course that can, be heard, because again, I want to make contact with people that can be aware of your working outside of time. There is a drop bar in the English language especially that is like a code construct leaking so much. Like, let's take here, eternal, okay? Eternal, all right? earn, all ill, null, earn, what are these things sort of unleashing as you break down the syntax, To me, what happened to me is I was getting sober. I've been, on drugs my whole life sort of thing. Then I found and got around people that were horrible, okay? And I was already doing my own sort of thing, trying to wake up, figure out my brain, my process. I've always been smart sort of thing, but I've been on drugs, I wanted to be anesthesiologist, doctor, or at least like a 8-year sort of psychologist, whatever, sort of, even whatever. So my fault was, unleashing my process and how I would communicate back to myself into a world I didn't know was so not safe, you know, because somebody that had been sent over 20 years ago by something outside time, right, gave me in his own time, through his own states of awakening, you know, because I don't believe he walked into my life knowing that he was a fucking pig out to get me. Like other people, you know, well, she had my babies and then she whatever, you know, and like, oh, well, she got pregnant and then she killed my baby and then she went, you know, like, we don't know these people, okay? And I don't always think they know that they're these horrible sort of conductors for centuries sent, you know. I have so many like things written up on my walls. I've got 2 walls almost filled now. Because these are agents, basically parallel seeing agencies, like parallels. I wrote it down. So like I said, so these people interrupted my process, you know, tried to falsify information even. Like I said, I don't know if 3 or 4 or 5 of these fucking hogs all know each other or not, or if I just wrapped them together and said, talk, you fucking pig, so I can hear that hog outside time. You know what I mean? And God bless her. I didn't really necessarily mean to call it that, but it's something else going on, you know? Because like too, it's a rhythmic state of time. The mind, it gets unleashed 369 after you've done so much of your own work to redefine who you are, process, diagnose and subject and curate to manifest what is meaning and direction for your identity course, you know. And like I said, you are giving meaning to your life by the way you identify objects and reality. And that's why we're all primed and conditioned. And the hope at one point was to build structure so that everybody could communicate properly. Now the message is so convoluted and construed and messed up and fucked up that it's hard to say that this is structure anymore. This is a way of meaning anymore. It's kind of refolded itself over the pole again to give control into a meaning that will mainstream in a different way, that does not give personal design manifest access to curate that independence of individuality. So there are these people, these things or whatever, you know, and there's some of us like, you know, let's just even say like you tell your little Nazi pig group that they can't sit with the stars. You know what I mean? But they would say, how dare you say that you're the fucking enlightened one, you're the fucking whatever. And it's like, well, because I do my own work, bitch. Because I don't copy other people, bitch. You know what I mean? I don't need other people to suck off of, bitch, and play experiment games on, bitch, to get a fucking idea, you stupid pig, bitch. You know? So again, excuse me for calling one of the little messengers outside time that plays through these little dummy dolls, like one that was sent to me 20 years ago, ended up looking like another one later, and ended up looking like another one, and it's like these falsified states of quantum entanglement to confuse the fucking real ones with the fucking big ones, you know what I mean? So you splitting ham, motherfuckers? I don't know. You Navy versus Navy? I don't know. Because the truth is, it's not here, all of it, you know? And so it's like your a tunnel channel sort of means of, you know, defining the message to the ones that are still relatable. You know, it's like I keep, because my doctor is saying, why do you keep feeding these hogs type of shit when you know they're gonna take what from you and then wear whatever you're saying and whatever and be your shit and copy your shit because they're fucking pigs. And it's like, because like the belief, like so many people, you know, is just like, I want to believe in you. I want to believe in this potential. I want to believe that the 4 years, especially, of struggle that I was like doing my process to look for things and fighting off these other things was because somewhere there's some meaning that is real and makes sense, you know? And it's hard because you're literally like, quit digging, quit picking, you know? And you're like, but this is my life now, this my brain now, you know? Like, you don't understand, like, this my language now, you know? So it's like, you have to learn, even if you're sober, even if you're not a junkie of anything, really. You're just a junkie of your own fucking head, okay? Because another thing I wrote down was sort of like ego wasteland or something. It's like, you know, even me, you know, wanting something great, you know, outside of myself is still an ego thing, you know, but then it breaks down because, again, we borderline and pole shift and fuck everything in life for us to be confused and raped and deluded, basically. That's our conditioning today. And, you know, so when it's like a battle of like, don't talk to me, and why aren't you talking to me, and say something to me, you know, and well, he can't get his words out right correctly, you know what I mean? So now he's mad and he's gonna like blah, 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 you know, and throw a fit that way and hurt the next person or the next thing and say, oh yeah, well, you're just a nothing worthless bitch for this, that, and the other thing, you know? So then it's a force we throw around to say, oh well, I'm gonna throw it back at him and say that he's fucking nothing worth it, blah, 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 you know? So there's a lot going on. But these people, like this man, Tom, you know, whatever, theory of mind is what it says to me. You know, because these are all frauds, these are all fakes, these are all people then that too wanted to take my ideas and use them as their own. You know what I mean? And I was all like, afterwards, I was like, well, good, go ahead, because those ideas sucked. You know what I mean? I would never want to like anything you fucking pigs like, you stupid fucking hogs. And that's the way my friend Chris was too, from Channel 4, you know, because he was just like, you just rechange it, redo something else, whatever, because they don't understand it anyway. You know, it's like retard Tom. I was like, well, so why do you use those numbers? Oh, I don't know, something blah, 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 and no answer. And I was like, well, Chris would have had a fucking answer. You fucking retard, fake fucking fraud hog. So, you know, he's like, oh, channel aliens type of stuff. And it's like telling me, you know, like this alien that our channel really wants to talk to you, sort of like stuff and stuff. And so my little rabbit box is all like, okay then, bitch. You know why? Because I know at least 3 or 4 or 5 of you dummies that are all getting channeled through to talk to me in that sort of same sort of manifest format, because you fucking dummies can't fucking talk, you know? So they need more than one to fucking see if I can fucking read it or hear it or whatever as a synopsis, because you're too fucking stupid to do it alone, you know? Dummies! So, this is my life. This is how angry I am, you know what I mean? I am really angry because I don't want to evolve. I just want to be my own little awareness state of whatever, you know? So now I got re-ups of like, okay, so this asshole came to my place over 20 fucking years ago. This, that, and the other thing happened. Now I can see how this line's starting to work out, you know what I mean? Oh, I can see now how this line is starting to work out, you know? And it's just like, okay, something outside time is trying to talk to me, okay? I've established a rhythm state that has allowed me to basically be an I outside of time in certain affects, and everybody can laugh at me or whatever they want. But, and I claim no, like, great significance or whatever. But, you know, too, like, we all had certain things as children, too, that have happened to us, that have, you know, created different states of awareness for us. And again, you will only be able to rationalize what you know and remember. That's your connector, you know. You're then again primed into the institute of all that you can know, you know. So a lot of times it's not your full little fault that you just don't know everything. You can't know everything. So, it's like, yeah, I've like got something like talking to me outside of time, you know. And if we wanted to play planets, we could like play some planet sort of things. But and then I don't want to be that person who's like, I don't fucking give a shit about planets. This fucking solar system, you know what I mean? And then I'm only as dumb as that, you know? So it's like the Winchester house. Lots of doors. Want to open a door? Maybe you need to open another door. 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 Maybe Mrs. Winchester got it straight too, where she said, let me put some steps here and then a nothing to a door so that can stop the frequency flow of the force that is moving around constantly, because my sleep state is just crazy. You know, you're basically tapped into a frequency now going on that changed your life. You know, did it 6-9 you? Did it 3-6-9 you? Did it 33 you? Did it 39 you? Did it 96 you? Did it 666 you? Did it 999 you? You know, did it 696 you? Did it 969? You know what I mean? What's the first letter of your name? What is your name? Do, do. So, this a quest of your own sort of like ego, saying what you gonna do, what you gonna let go, you gonna keep poking at it. And as I watch myself get answered by other people, you know, as I watch situations happen to other people that are riding off other things that I know, and then I hear something else come out the mouth of somebody else, and it's just like, and so my roommate, she was like, I know I did not move these lights that you gave me. When I came home, they were in the middle of my floor. I have a deadbolt on my door. How the fuck did these lights move? I thought, oh man, you know. And it's, you know, I've talked to other people, because this is energy. This is energy. What are you doing? You're chasing the dragon. You're chasing the force. You're chasing movement of what will define your next sort of want, awakening, resolution. You know, they're all physics connectors, you know. But the divinity is the drive for the seeking. And if you are of a darkness that is going to take light in order to be, then that is pretty much the state of morality. It's not so much what is morality. It's a matter of, oh, I see you can't sustain yourself. I see you can't sustain. Oh, you're the child. But you're the abusive parent. You're the big bad law people. You know, you're the controller. To hide your insufficiencies. To break the nature of life is what gives life to the death that is already inside what has no life. The anger of the vault being exposed in a way that says, oh, That's you. That's you. That's you. And there's no shame in them. You can't shame them. They don't give a shit. They fucking know they're fucking pieces of shit. I may not tell you that. So I like Australia. Maybe. Are we down undering? Are we underworld down undering? You know what I mean? It's just crazy because everyone I met pretty much online was a fucking fraud. You know? Pretender. People that probably stalked me for years. Pretending to be other people to set me the fuck up. To make me sick. To do quantum confusion, delusion, collision, entropy, sort of nasty shit, schisms all over the place. To get a ride for their high, you know? Or whatever agent they're connected to. That was like, you have to be a fuck bitch piece of stupid right now. You know? Because they're easily controlled. They play for control. Because they are the ones being controlled. They are definitely the dolls more than anything. They're the robots, basically. Making more robots to robot other people to cover up their shit. Their wells of insecurity and lack of mass and need for volume and light to create. And they're mad about it. Like they're mad at their mothers again. Like they're mad at their daddies again. Saying, why did you not blah, blah, blah. Because we're circulating energy, crafting, conspiracy, concepts that are relatable to each other over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that's why you all like stories and the ideas of same, similar foundations, so you can start to build above the air of reason. Because your reckoning ship is in pieces, you know, and you're always out there looking for these next hits, basically, to give you a whole synopsis of something that will fill you. Never gonna happen, you know, because again, it comes from you. And you're dead inside. Those that hide, those that copy and steal and create and whatever. Say, yay, I got your thing to take now. I'm gonna rape you for this now, bitch. I'm gonna industry fuck plug you for this now. I'm gonna political shit script for you for this now, bitch. You know. I don't know how many of the rest of you out there, if there's anyone out there really that's fucking legit, to just be like, man, I can't believe we have to live here. Like, I cannot believe we have to live here with such fucking retards. You know? Nobody's perfect. But man, fucking retards. Like, they just, that's their DNA or something. That's their program, you know, whatever is what it is. Bring you down to their volume of frequency level so they can communicate